she's turned up, gone, oh, this has happened, and they've gone, right, we're going to court. It has to go through a system, and they have to have enough evidence. Otherwise, their case will fall apart.
Yeah, so she does have some sort of evidence, but obviously, with this case, I think it's a criminal case, right? So it's criminal and civil. Criminal.
Yeah, it's criminal.
So criminal, like if it was civil, then the girl could, get money from it or whatever. Criminal, there's none of that. So that's a bad look on FILLY, first of all. You know what I'm saying?
There's no sort of settlement.
It's either a guilty verdict or not guilty. Like there's no, she doesn't get anything from it. Yeah. So the point that I was just trying to make was that I think there's maybe a disconnect on the judicial system. Like it's not hearsay. It's not like, oh, she said, he said. It's gone somewhere. It's been presented, and they've reviewed it and gone, right. There's obviously, because the prosecution don't want to lose. It's them who take them to court, and they're the ones who pay, basically. Yeah. So they want to convict. They want to convict. They want to go, they want to have a substantial case. So they won't, which is why the stats for these kind of cases are so low, because obviously it can be a grey area when you introduce a lot of other factors and stuff like that. So the fact that he's been charged, it's not just rumours. He's been charged. He's on bail. There has to be enough evidence.
Extradited from Queensland.
Yeah.
Hasn't it?
So there has to be a substantial case there. Whether
his bail was 200,000, is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
I mean, they wouldn't do that without.
Yeah, there has to be something there. Then obviously you'll go to trial and things will come out. But the last thing I just wanted to say was, I understand that people say innocent until proven guilty, but someone came on earlier called Papa, and they made a really good point. That I do believe the victim. If I'd rather believe a victim and she was wrong, let's say, and you make your dues and you go, you know what, mate, it was wrong and she's a horrible person for doing that. Or you're on the side of someone who's actually committed a really bad crime and hurt someone really badly. Or because, I don't know, it's like this.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's a bit unfair though.
Parasocial relationships, I think we'll have to keep in mind, we don't know him just because we saw his YouTube videos and all these things. We think that we know these people, and it's been countless of times, not just this person, young FILLY, where we've thought, oh, this guy or this girl is such a stand-up person, and they were actually a really, really bad person, just because we saw YouTube videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, I believe he puts on a persona. I don't believe what I see on social media from him.
One thing to point out as well is, have we seen anyone...
Wait, Slothers. Wait, one second. Casey, are you there?
I'm here. Hi.
Okay, are you over the age of 18?
Yeah, I just wanted to say one thing though.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead and say something if you want to say it. Oh, I think she's give me a moment, everyone. I'm just going to mute the mics. It just makes it easier to, just give me a moment. Are you there, Casey, or not? Okay, I don't know. Maybe she's had some issues. She can try and rejoin if she comes back. I'm going to try and add someone else as well. All right, you guys can unmute and speak again.
Right, as I was saying before, we've got till the 19th of December for the court case. Is that right? 19th of December? We're just speculating at this point, aren't we? We're not going to find out anything until 19th of December.
Yeah, of course. No one knows. We won't know. No one will ever know. Only FILLY knows, and the girl knows what really happened. And I think FILLY can build a strong case for defense because, at the end of the day, the girl has the CCTV footage of her going to the room. I'm not gonna say you're forced to do something if you go to his hotel room, because you're not. But at the same time, you know what he's doing. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what he wants. So let's not be dumb. Let's make a decision, a smart decision. If you're going there, you know what's going down.
Yeah.
But I think that's a black and white view, though.
Yeah, that's a very black
and white view. I think people have a misunderstanding of what grape actually is and what constitutes
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Like if you go into a situation and you enjoy it, but someone does something that you don't enjoy after you've been enjoying it, and you go away from that situation, report it, that still constitutes as grape. And that very much could have been the situation that this girl was in. Not
necessarily though. If she
not necessarily, but likely from reading the evidence. likely for reading the evidence and the injuries that she's got from the situation, it could have been a bit too much choking, a bit too much physical, and she didn't like that after the fact and went and reported it. It may be that she went into that situation consensual and she changed her mind halfway through, and there's nothing wrong with that.
We're just speculating now, though. We don't know that's what's happened.
Yeah, of course we're speculating, but this is the court of public opinion, and that's why people are saying things like guilty until proven innocent. Of course, in the court of law, it's a completely different way that things work. You know, it's innocent until proven guilty, and I believe that he deserves to keep his innocence until he is proven guilty. Because like many people have said, there are cases where people are wrongly convicted, but as another lady said very early on, that's a very small percentage of cases, and it is very hard in court to prove that someone was forceful because it's word against word where there's little evidence. But unfortunately for young Philly, there is a lot of evidence against him with the physical contact and the physical marks that she has on her body, and I don't think that means that he's guilty at all. But I do believe that he has some things to answer in court, and that's exactly why he's in the situation. Something someone else said earlier about not being able to claim compensation through criminal court is completely incorrect. You can claim compensation through criminal court. It's a very small amount compared to the normal if you go civil, but you can claim compensation in criminal court 100%. I'm not saying
not from him, if I'm not incorrect.
It will come directly from him.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, of course, that's not probably what she's going for. I don't think anyone is trying to put their name in the public for that. Who wants to be famous for being raped? But it is. I just want to make clear it is something that you can claim from criminal court. It isn't something that's impossible. I think because
I didn't know that, so it's actually a really good point.
No, I think
that's good knowledge.
Good points. I'd like to say, Tilia, if that's your name, you've raised some very good points today. I think also you spoke very, very well about the judicial system, which is something that's been lacking in this conversation so far. So I'd like to applaud you on that. And I want to make clear, I don't believe Philly, I don't believe the girl. I think, obviously, we have to wait, like Sloth said earlier and Dom said earlier, until the 19th of December when he goes to court.
Absolutely, I think you've made some. I think everyone's made a good thing, getting their point across, and I think you've made some excellent points. I'm going to drop off, everyone. So,
all right,
thanks for having me.
I've been waiting to say that for a while. I'll let someone else jump in now.
I just think something that you said a bit earlier about if it was consensual, then turn not consensual in her brain.
Just one moment. Sorry to interrupt. Just give me a moment.
So let me explain that a little bit better.
Sorry, 1 second. I'll let you guys explain it, but I just want to, Sensei Cat, are you there? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, feel free to say something at any point. I know it's kind of waiting your time, but I just want to make sure that you guys.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks.
Anything, do say something. Anyways, carry on. Go ahead and mute. Sorry.
How that works in court is, of course, it's 1 versus 1 in court. It's his word against her word. So it is for them. The defense have to prove that he didn't do it, and the prosecution have to prove that he did do it. So when I made that comment, what I'm saying is it's to be proven. It can't be assumed. It can't be assumed through evidence. It still is for him to her to prove that he did do it. That's sadly how the system works, and that's sadly why a lot of women who are actually raped don't get believed, because it's for them to prove that it happened to them rather than the other way around. And that's why our judicial system maybe is flawed in that sense.
Yeah, but if she didn't bring it up to him during it that she wasn't enjoying it, then that can't be classed as great.
Yeah, exactly. So he would have plausible deniability. So he would be able to say, well, I believed it was consensual. So he would actually get away with it. That's why I'm saying that's sadly how our judicial system works. So it is for her to prove that undoubtedly he did rape her. In the UK, it has to be a unanimous decision unless the judge decides otherwise. In Australia, I can't really speak to that, but I'm pretty sure their system's based off ours, with them being one of our sovereign states. So it makes sense that sadly the girl is going to have to go to extra lengths to prove in both the court of public opinion and real court that she didn't, that Philly did not believe at any point that it was consensual.
Yeah, Joker, go ahead and say what you want to say.
Okay. So first of all, you guys might think this sounds biased, but honestly, it's not. So I've been watching Philly, Chunks, HP, all of them since 2016, and I've literally loved all of them but Philly. I just always thought
I agree.
He acts really prestige, he thinks he's better than everyone else, even though he's a side character. Everyone likes Chunks, not you. He just acts very prestige, which I don't like. I've seen interviews when he the way he speaks about women is just really strange. But I feel like he thinks he's so powerful, so obviously he's going to transmit that power onto someone else. But I saw HS TikTok, he had a statement saying, the girl, why did he come to his hotel? Like, he just had a rough, like, concert. Like, obviously, they were going to do something, but we were all taught consent. Like, you can withdraw your consent before, like, you know, having intercourse or whatever. So you can't say that, oh, she knew his intentions, like, she knew what she was going to his hotel for. Like, if she said no, there's still no. I personally think he's guilty, honestly. I think Philly is a really
It's like someone said before, like, she could have said, yeah, like, they were doing it halfway through. She's like, oh, I'm not feeling it anymore, and then she might call that rape. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know who the girl is. We don't know how she thinks.
Also,
Like,
at the lengths that she's been, like, hurt, like, that's not normal. And it's not just 4 charges, it's 8.
Exactly.
yeah.
You know, clearly something is wrong. Also, like, you can't just get arrested. You have to go into him. You have to go get, like, what's it called when you're, like, questioned and stuff. So they can't just arrest you straight away.
Yeah,
So it's not
interrogated.
like it's not like he's just been arrested because and people are saying, oh, it's because he's black. No. Like, I'm sure it's not.
Nah, it's not to do with that. I don't think it's not to do with that.
I agree with everything you've said. I just want to point out where it says 8 counts. It that could be different things. So I don't know what you can say on live, but I know that penetration is a count. I know that digital penetration is a count. I know that if you touch someone on their waist, that's sexual harassment. I know that if where he's choked her on the neck, that could be sexual assault. So that could be how the counts are adding up. It's not that he's gone and done it 8 times. It's that there's 8 different counts because there's 8 different ways he's done it. So I just want to make clear there that, you know, he might not have actually gone at this girl 8 different times, because that's crazy to think. But he's done things that constitute 8 different times to 8 different counts, and obviously he'll get charged on each count. That can be consecutive or non-consecutive. That all matters in the court as well. So we will find out what he did. We will find out in more detail, and that's when the court of public can decide whether he's guilty or not guilty. I think now, with the limited information we have to steer away from tarring him with the brush of a rapist, because at the moment it's not been proven that he has done that. But again, I am on the side of believing the victim. I am on the side of giving that victim the platform to be able to say what has happened truthfully, and for everyone to be able to judge him on that. And where people are talking about his character in the videos that he's on the internet, I think you have to steer away from that, because just as everyone I've just said, that's a character. That isn't his real personality. He's hamming it up. He's trying to be he's having a bravado online. Yes, he has constituted that behavior in real life as well, and reflected that behavior in real life. But this one event can't be judged by all the other things he's done in life. You know, otherwise no one would ever be able to be. The whole point of the judicial system is to re-educate people and to bring them back into society, not to make people lepers. You know what I mean?
This is where it's sticky, because even in cases like this, like, there could be, let's say at the end of the trial, the evidence has added up. You don't get a complete 100% answer on either side. So it's just more of a case of what has more evidence. So, you know, he could be innocent, he could be guilty. At the end of the day, we will never know. This is why I say, even if the trial says he's guilty, there could be reasons why he's ended up being that, because there's more evidence from the girl's side. You know, maybe she's lying a bit, they got away with it. Same on the other side. You know what I'm saying? This is why I say it's hard to judge what's what.
Also, can I just ask this question? Does anyone know who the girl is?
No.
So I don't understand when people are saying that she's clout chasing when we don't even know who the girl is.
No, they won't release that information.
The girl could also obviously come out before anything. Like, she could have just gone to the social media and been like, oh, Philly did this, Philly did that, but she didn't. She chose to go to the police and do all of this. So I feel like also you have to take into account that maybe she's not clout chasing, maybe it actually did happen, because obviously we know in this day and age, girls are very quick to just go and be like, oh, or not even just girls, like, people are very quick to just go and be like, oh yeah, he did this, he did that, but she obviously isn't. Did you get it?
Sensei. Yeah, I'll rate that. That's true. Very, very true. She, like you just said, she could have gone straight to Twitter. That it would have probably done a lot better for her. So you are right.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I know someone said that don't look at the clips, but there's just so many clips of him being so overly touchy with women, and they look so uncomfortable as well. Like, I saw he was like, I don't know, with I Show Speed or something, and he was literally grabbing and grinding on this woman. Like, she looks so uncomfortable.
Okay, but you can't just say that it's because of that he's done this and that, because you can't. Because that could just be a PR stunt. You never know. He's famous. Like, you can't just judge him from his videos that he's made. It's for content.
But at the end of the day, like, it's out there and people can do whatever they want to judge it. Like, he can go and post whatever. Cool, he's got a personality. But if there's countless videos of the same, like, repeated actions, then it's clearly saying something.
Exactly, because none of his friends are doing it. It's literally just him. I don't see Chunks doing it.
2 times and it's PR stunt, then cool. But if it's happening multiple times before he was part of whatever beta squad, I don't even know if he's part of beta squad, but before he was even famous or all of that, like, there's been signs, there's been hints. I'm not obviously saying that this guy's fully guilty. We don't know that. But, like, there's signs that this guy's obviously not got some, like, respect for women.
I just read a comment someone said that that not all men, but you should always be wary of men. And you know,
I think the other way around as well.
Yeah, I somewhat agree with that statement. Of course, I tell my sister, you know, be careful online, be careful with who you talk to, be careful when you're going home with guys you don't know their intentions. But you can't blame the victim for any of that. She could have gone into it consenting, like I said earlier, and then changed her mind on it. So you know, yeah, be wary.
We all need to return to these like drink tea ads. I'm not gonna lie. We all need to go back to the drink tea ads.
Somebody in the comments just said that they've met Philly before and he acts very prestige and like powerful. And I've seen him in Reading Festival. Like, I've seen him around before. I just don't think he's a nice person. That just might be my personality, but honestly, I think he's guilty, and I will literally say that. Like,
that's fine. At the end of the day, it's public opinion. It's not facts. It's opinion. So
we can go by like what the facts do say, though. So the facts that we know, obviously, he got taken from Brisbane to Perth. We know that.
Extradited, yeah.
Right. We also know that none of the lawyers are being paid by Philly and none of the prosecutors are being paid by Philly. So the prosecutors and lawyers are both part of the city of Perth. Number one is Seamus Rafferty, and the other one is a police prosecutor. One is Seamus Rafferty, and the other one is a police prosecutor. One is Seamus Rafferty.
I think it's an echo. Sorry,
come off that and then come back on. Just go off the app and come back on.
Also, guys, I'll probably let it run for like maybe a couple more minutes, and I might switch it around. Probably for the last time.
Yeah, I'll leave so someone else can get in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Stig, I don't know if you have something you want to say, and
like, I was gonna say like I think it did happen. I'll say this. I think that the evidence that we have right now suggests that he probably did do it. He's probably looking upwards of 17 years if you combine the charges. So in Australia, you get nicked for 5 years for rape. You get nicked for 12 years for physical assault. Now, it might mean that for each count that he's found guilty, he will also be sentenced for that number of years also. So anything upwards of 17 years is possible that Philly's facing. Which is insane, right? But like, that's just the way that it works. We also know that there was documentary evidence, picture evidence sent to the magistrate by the police prosecutor that I was telling you guys about. The police prosecutor was able to, because he has medical clearance, take pictures of the girl's bruises. And he sent them to the judge, and he said, hey, judge, yeah, there's no way that this is consensual. Because bear in mind, right, what is being affirmed by all of this is that there was intercourse. There was that did happen. We're just trying to find out whether it's consent or not. That's what we're trying to find out now.
All right. Appreciate everything. I think I'm going to switch the panel around. So I appreciate all you guys coming on. I do want to give everyone a chance because I will be ending soon. So thank you so much for coming on. If you do want to come on, just join the guest request. Make sure you're 18 years old and above. I'm trusting that you guys are 18 years old and above. I'm just adding some more people in. Give me a moment. Make sure you're, of course, over the age of 18. And just join the guest requests. I'm adding people now. A lot of people will leave, so it's okay if you don't get it immediately. Okay, let's restart. Again, just give me a moment. We will get some people in and we will get some people joining. Again, say what you think. It's free open panel. I need moderators. I mean, yeah, this isn't even my main live account. I'm just keeping this because I usually do debates on my main account, but this one is just live, which I wanted to do, but it's not related, so I'm just doing it on the side. Just give me a moment. I am trying my best to get everyone in.
Hold on. Wait.
Just a lot of people are leaving. Izzy, are you there?
Hello, yeah, I'm here.
Are you over the age of 18?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, this person is going. Just give me a moment. I'm getting some more people in here.
Before we chat, can we go over like the bullet pointed like facts again?
What do you mean bullet point facts?
Like what you believe, like what you know as of right now, because I can't read the thing.
I mean, again, I'll be honest. I've seen the brief pages, but I haven't looked into it too deeply. But from what I know, he's been charged. He's been extradited. He's been captured in Brooklyn, and I think he's out on bail. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, that's from what we've seen. That's what we know, I believe. But yeah, you can look it up. This is the guy.
Hi.
It's a bit loud. And there's an echo. A lot of people don't seem to want to join, so just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Make sure you're 18. What's going on? Like, maybe it's because they've been waiting for a while. I don't know why they're not joining. Do join if you do want to get in. If you do have something to say. Okay, I'm gonna read the chat. Anyone in the chat who wants to come in, say like me, so I can see. Because for some reason, I think it's long. Is Chloe? Are you there?
I'm there. Hello.
Okay. All right. Anybody who wants to come in, do say something.
By the way, I'm 19. Just
okay. Yeah, that's good. Make sure you're over 18, of course.
Yeah.
Who wants to come in?
Oh, there's a few.
All right, yeah, I'm bringing you guys in now.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Are you over 18?
Yeah.
18. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, whoever wants to start can start. On what your thoughts are, where you stand.
Alright, I'll start. Yeah. So Adafuri, basically.
1 second. So,
let me play devil's advocate here, yeah? So,
go.
Imagine the girl, yeah? She leaves the club with him. She willingly goes inside a taxi. She willingly goes to his hotel room. What did she think they were going to do together? Like, were they going to go talk or drink some tea? Like, be an adult, think with common sense, and what do you think they were going to do? After a night out, after his own show, what do you think would have happened?
You know the girl, was she Australian as well? No one else.
Wait, I couldn't. I was trying to understand what you said. I think your accent threw me off. I'm so sorry.
You know the girl that he apparently did all these things to, was she Australian?
Oh, I love Welsh accents. Sorry, I don't know if she was Australian, you know.
Because maybe she's just not. Maybe she's not used to the British boys, like.
Yeah, they are. Something else. They don't stop.
Literally, and like the other boy said, obviously they're not just gonna go back and sit there. She knew.
Yeah, like I wouldn't go back to a guy's. Like, I don't go home with people after clubs because I know what they want.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, sorry, give me a moment. Guys in the chat, if you do want to join, say me. Make sure you press the guest request and make sure you're over 18. Because, yeah, I want to make sure people actually want, because I feel like there's a lot of people who are in the guest request who aren't actually like paying attention. So again, make sure you requested to join. Oops, I didn't mean to invite you. My fault. You don't have to join. But make sure you're in the guest request.
Yeah, this girl just said not everyone wants to go all the way, but I get that, but obviously, if you're going back from a club, you know what's happening. You're not going to sit there and talk about your life stories, you know.
Oh my god, it's Olive the Olive. Jazmen, I'm loving it. Sorry. I'm too autistic. But no, I'm honestly like sometimes though I feel like we forget that people do like to blame people's things, especially people in a sense of power over like influence over kids. Like a lot of people watch like, you know, FILLY and like they like his music, and there's a lot to gain from accusing somebody like that. Like, not saying she has, but there's a possibility that she has for a reason.
Say innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, he's far from innocent, babe. I'm gonna be real with you.
Okay.
I'll be real with you. I went on Beta Squad with young FILLY.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm Carmen. Hi guys. But
Hey,
so
profile picture, girl.
before I met him, before I got on the show, he was like so violent in the club. So me and my girl were in the club in Mayfair, and he was like fully onto my girl, and like he just wouldn't leave her alone, and she was not into it, and he was just so aggressive. Like he literally pushed me, he like grabbed me because I was like, can you not touch my girl? And that was literally before I got told to go on the show. And before I went on the show, I was told by my friend that he picked up a girl from the club, and then he like literally said to her, like, get out my house. He locked her phone in a drawer. Like, she wasn't allowed to have her phone in his home. Like, young FILLY has been known to be like this.
Nah, but why did you go on the show if you knew he was that violent?
Because it's nothing to do with him, honey. It's called business, and it's everything to do with...
It's called self-promote.
I didn't even know that he was going to be on the show. I didn't know it was young FILLY. Like, I wasn't told that it was young FILLY because I had to sign an NDA, so I didn't know it was him before I went on the show. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone on. Like, when I found out it was him, I was like, ugh. And the fact that I got through so far as well, I was like, I'm an actor. Like, it's, you know, it's for publicity and like exposure. I don't like him. I've never liked him. And I will be making a video about him because at the end of the day, he's a disgusting human. You don't go around using your power like that. Like, he hurts women and he rapes women. He's a sexual abuser. Like, thank God he didn't like hurt me and my friend the way that he's hurt other women. But it's just like, you know, also Standout TV, like Castillo, they're pimps. They also do the same thing. They tried to pimp me out. So they also tried to sexually assault me. They tried to pimp me out to Dubai for 3 days for £30,000. One of the girls on the show, she actually spiked me.
Oh my God.
She spiked me, and then that was like the whole thing with like they're trying to get me to Dubai and take my passport and everything.
Girl, if you make a video,
why don't you go to
for
the
your
police?
sake,
I went to the police. Police didn't do anything, so I will be suing them. Like when I have enough money.
No, she's capping now. She's trying to.
Wait, you know if no. You know if you signed an NDA, how are you speaking on it now?
I signed an NDA with young FILLY. Like the NDA was to do with to tell them that I was on the show. Like I couldn't say that I was on the show. Like I couldn't post any pictures that I was on the show. Like it's to do with exposing like the video, nothing to do with like him being an abuser. Like what do you mean, babe?
Well, just take it as it is. Take it as if she was on the show. Like state your opinions in the sense of like
What show was you on?
Video are you on?
Yeah, I was on Bait Squad, Young FILLY, Blind Dates, and then the girl that I'm talking about with like Castillo. That's also Blind Dates, Standout TV. That's where I got spiked.
You saying this happened on the show? Is that?
So this happened after the show. So they basically the way they get girls is like they get girls on the show and then one of the girls pimps you out. And I was like vulnerable at the time. I was really young, so I didn't really know. This is my first time getting into the entertainment industry, so I was naive. And then I went back to her house, she spiked me, and it's just so coincidental that she won the show, like she got the money. So if she could pimp me out, she would get the money.
Oh, but then how is that young FILLY's fault? Some random girl.
I'm not talking about young FILLY, I'm talking about how it's gonna, like, people are getting so exposed now. Like, this is the year of judgment, like everyone's getting exposed. So he's just one big public figure in the UK. Castillo's another big one. You guys watch him a lot, like they're still popping after what they did to me. Like, I nearly died. from being on the show. And I've made a video about it on my YouTube channel. You can go and watch it. I'm still gonna make other parts. I posted a video on TikTok. It got like over 30,000 views, and then it got reported and taken down because I got threatened to take it down. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so the industry is very dark. So to anyone who wants to be like in the entertainment industry, just you have to be really careful. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's
the
hella
industry is
demonic.
dark. I'm a musician.
Yeah,
It's
it's
dark
hella
outside
demonic,
too.
babe.
How come like, nothing was said like after that happened to you?
Are you talking about stand-up TV?
Like before everything came out, like about young Philly, how come like you didn't say anything about it?
I did. I made a TikTok about young Philly, and then I deleted it.
Why?
Why did you delete it?
Oh, I don't know, babe. I just deleted it. But I'm gonna be making a video about it again. Like, this is about it.
So why would you delete it if you want to like let everyone know that he's like that?
And then why you came back?
Anyone can come in live and say anything. Girl, I'm not out here saying anything. And for people saying I'm a liar, like, please get a grip. You are all fans of the young Philly and Stand Up TV. And why would I come on here and lie? I've got evidence. I went to the police about it. I'm not talking about young Philly. But yeah, you guys can call it cap. But if that ever happened to your sister or anyone that you knew, then you would definitely not be saying like horrible stuff to
I mean, at the
a
end of the day,
survivor.